Talk na talk, if talk no carry God talk. Die na death, if die no be die to self. Life na by, if life no be the life of Christ. 2 weeks ago, I was diagnosed with acute appendicitis and I had to do an emergency surgery. I had those words written down for this program. And so I was in serious pains and I almost gave up. But I told God before I went into surgery, I said, God, if you bring me back, I will come here and I will deliver the word. I'll deliver your word. So these words of mine are not entirely mine, okay? So let's take a peep into God's heart today. Before your mother's womb, I knew you. Before you could open your eyes, I loved you. I set you in a place where my love would stay. And even when you walked away, I was with you all the way. I show my love to you in all forms and matter. I carry you in my heart because you are all that matter. I crave to dine with you every second of your breathing day, and for all eternity, you'd have a part to play. The strokes against my back were hard and hurting, and the face my friends gave in shame as I stood there hurting. When I picked up that cross, I had but one thought. When I fell to the ground as my flesh failed me, I had but one thought. It was your smile, your laugh, your life, your love. It kept my beating heart to the grave and back on board. How I long for the taste of your love more than the sweetness of your songs, for the praise of your lips, even as your soul sings its songs. I want all of it. I want all of you. I want you. Yes, you. The imperfect, broken, the incomplete you, the unbalanced as a token, the unqualified you, to be the carrier of my essence and presence, to bring my word to life and bear its lessons. How much can you take from me? How hard could it ever be? My yoke is easy, my burden is light. Even so, I carry you and I fight your fight. But then you look away, because all you know is my name. What a shame. But I fight for you, I died for you, my life's for you. I did it all at the cross when I said, it is finished. Bear these words of mine, my thoughts. Shall I chase after power and the benefits of pots of gold as men would flutter? Oh yes, of course, that's the wisdom of old. Or shall I submit to the will of my master as I am supposed to, eating, breathing, walking, talking, practically living his life, burning cold? I'm told in the fold you are either hot or you are cold, or be spewed from the master's mouth, never to be wanted even by a goat. This is me observing, right? I look to my left and I see what men wandering away, doing all that matters to self. Gospel of the stomach, gospel of the flesh, wanting, wanting, wanting. I look to my right and I see what practically seems right. The careless cares of family affairs, career and societal flares, all but to preserve self. I look behind me, I see where I have been, beaten and scorned, sitting and burned in depression, obsession and fears, recession, obsession and tears. And I look in front of me, I see the work that awaits me. I see the work that awaits us. The pillar holding the church of the last days, being spent as a currency for the king, for all to be saved, being saved and staying saved. A generation waiting to be born by a leader who picks up his call, ASA now. I see the fountain of living water spread judiciously to the sick, the falters, and the hungered. I see the carriers of the holy name spread abroad, bringing salvations to all, saying, to save some, we save some, would save some. I charge you this day, ladies, and all who are pregnant of God's dreams. We can't afford to not be led by the Spirit of God. We can't afford to not know who we are and whose we are. We can't afford to give the world the merit. You were born for exploits. You just have to get it. You will find us all day, upward falling, desperately serving, building lives and cities on our knees, with visions locked on the Master's bidding, crumbling the works of darkness. We are not kidding. No words of ours fall to ground. Oh, but if it does, it is as a seed that abounds on good ground. Ladies, and all who are pregnant of God's dreams, we can't afford to fail in this. in living, in breathing, in doing the Master's bidding.